The Dallas Mavericks are a top 5 team in the West, and there's no doubt about that. But the fact that some people don't even have them as a playoff team is ridiculous. This team is stacked, especially after adding Cooper Flagg. They bring in D'Lo to be a bridge point guard into their 6th man. And I mean, 1 through 10, they've got really good depth. They've got great talent at the top, great depth at the bottom end. This 1 through 10 is a fantastic squad, and some people are saying they're not even going to make the playoffs. And maybe part of the reason is because people don't understand how good Cooper Flagg is going to be from day one. I mean, yes, we're talking about an 18-year-old here, but he's a 6'9", 7-foot wingspan 18-year-old. So not the typical 18-year-old, you know. He dominated last season at Duke despite being a minor for over half the year. Averaged 19.2 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 4.5 assists. Shot 48% from the field and 39% from 3 on 4 attempts. The dude is ridiculous. Against Notre Dame, he had maybe the best game by a freshman in Duke history, dropping 42 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, a block in 36 minutes, and that's a pretty good list of freshmen in Duke history. Topping them all is pretty impressive. He has the 3-ball, catch and shoot. It has improved so much from when he came out of high school because that was his big question mark. Can he shoot the 3-ball? He didn't start off great in college, but you can tell the development that the Duke staff had with him. By the end of the year, he was shooting almost 40% from 3, and in conference play did shoot 40% from 3. Stepping into it with confidence right there. But his best ability is his mid-range jumper because it is almost unguardable. Like I said, at 6'9" with the 7-foot wingspan, it's almost uncontestable to be able to stop that jumper. Getting in right there and finishing with the right hand around the rim, then driving and getting into the open area to knock down that floater. Once again, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a big, if it's a guard, whoever it is, he's going to elevate and celebrate over the top and knock down the jumper. Gets to the midi right there once again for the bank shot and knocks it down. He's extremely tough to guard at all 3 levels. You can even see him running the baseline here, catching and fading away wide open and knocks it down easily. His cutting is very underrated as well, sees the open lanes and understands how to get to the rim unopposed and just goes up and dunks on people. He's also got the clamps because defensively he's one of the best prospects coming out of high school, maybe ever. Right there, rotating over, getting the block, then here, gets sealed off, spins off of it, and still volleyball spikes it into his teammate's face. Ridiculous. Gets beat backdoor here, but recovers in time to absolutely erase this. I mean, watch this. Elite recovery speed. He notices he's gotten beat. Cutter gets the ball and lays it in all in one motion, and Coop is still able to go up and wipe it away. That is ridiculous right there. And then here he is coming from the weak side to get the rejection right there against Clemson. He can play on the ball, off the ball. Here he is on the perimeter, getting the deflection, getting the block, and then sticking with Juke Harris right here, step for step, and getting the block out of bounds. Dude is good. I mean, that is not a bad move to the rim, and Coop just says get it out and then stares him down. And this is maybe the best play he made all season. He's in weak side help right here on this pick and roll. So he's the tag guy. He's got to rotate over. Sion's got to show for a second and then recover. Coop is able to get a piece of it twice. This time he stunts down and then recovers. Solid closeout, gets the rejection. I mean, Cooper Flagg is unreal as a prospect. This is a can't miss prospect, but also at the same time, he's a guy that can come in and contribute from day one on both sides of the ball. Wouldn't shock me if he's a 15, 16, 17 point per game scorer on great efficiency. And he plugs right into this lineup and can help you win from day one without having to have the ball in his hands. And I think that's his best attribute. He can affect the game so much off the ball. The dude's just a winner. Now, Anthony Davis is in Dallas, obviously, and some people forget how good Anthony Davis is. He only played 9 games last year in Dallas, and has gotten that reputation as he misses a lot of time. He's only going to play 50 games a year. Just 2 years ago, he played in 76 games in Los Angeles and helped them make a deep run into the playoffs. He's a 7-footer with a 7'6" wingspan and is a guy that can impact the game in more ways than one, defensively, offensively, and everywhere in between. 26 a game with 12 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 1.2 steals, and 2.3 blocks per game. Look at him getting back on defense here and getting the rejection, stuffing it. One right here in help side. Give me that. We're going the other way. He's just a force in the paint and can do a little bit of everything. Early seal here, gets the easy layup, then playing the point guard role and finding PJ Washington in the corner. You add Cooper Flagg to Anthony Davis and have two bigs that can handle the rock and run the floor, and then that's not even mentioning whoever's going to be playing center. The rim protection on this team is going to be outrageous. Maybe the best rim protecting team in the history of the league. 56% shooting from the field, 28% from three. And I mean, that's not even to mention the third star on this team, and that is Kyrie Irving, who is still one of the best point guards in the NBA, even though he's getting up there in age and people don't give him the credit he deserves because I guess he's going to be out till January. So people are, kind of off the Kyrie hype train. The dude is still a monster. Averaged almost 25 a game last year with 4.8 rebounds, 4.6 assists, and 1.3 steals in 36 minutes. Shot 47% from the field, 40% from three on 7.5 attempts per game. The dude is 33 years old and is an absolute monster. Will be 33 next year, And last year without Luka had a bit of a different stat line. Averaged about 26.5 points, 5.2 rebounds, 4.2 assists, and 1.6 steals, but the efficiency was down due to the fact that he was not the lead guy and was the lead guy, and was getting blitzed and double teamed every chance the opponents got because there was no Luka Doncic to worry about, so Kyrie became the full focus. Now, they add in D'Angelo Russell to this roster, and I think this is the perfect addition. Like I said in last Mavericks video, he's on a 2-year, $13 million deal. This is more than perfect. D'Lo's a guy that, yes, he was a little overpaid when he was making $18 million a year, but last year he averaged about 12.5 points, 5.1 assists, 2.8 rebounds in 27 minutes, shot 39% from the field and 31% from three on 6 attempts per game, and he is more than serviceable as a starter and as like the 5th option offensively. He'd be the 4th option with whoever the center is in Dallas. But in 2023, don't forget, he averaged 18 and 6 with 3 rebounds and a steal, shot 46% from the field and 42% from three on 6.5 attempts a game. He is a guy that can be a starting caliber point guard, but he's an all-star caliber 6 man. He is fantastic off the bench as just a guy that is going to be coming in and being a flamethrower. He was the 3rd option, making $18 million a year, and that's when D'Lo wasn't good. When he's coming off this bench unit, he's going to be dynamite in this role. He doesn't even have to really play defense because Najee Marshall and Max Christie are going to be locking up the 2 best perimeter guards for the other team. You also have PJ Washington coming off that bench. It's ridiculous defensively. Daniel Gafford as well. And Gafford is a guy they just signed to a new contract. They bring him back on a 3-year, $54 million extension, so pretty good value for a guy in Gafford that, if he played full minutes, would be definitely a top 15 center in the league without a doubt. He may arguably be that right now, but he's coming off a year averaging 12.3 points, 6.8 rebounds, 1.4 assists, and 1.8 blocks, shooting 70% from the field and 69% from the free throw line. He's going to be a guy that, yes, he was brought in to play alongside of Luka Doncic, but he can play alongside of anybody, really, especially they still have Kyrie, they still have Coop who can operate and create for himself. Per 36, he averaged 20.6 points, 11.4 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 2.6 assists. A ridiculous stat line, but he doesn't get to play that many minutes because he is sharing a role with Derek Lively, and Lively probably will be the starter. We'll see. I mean, you can't go wrong with either one of them, but it's just a really, really strong lineup here in Dallas. This is the starting unit. I think it's perfect, especially with Klay spacing things out. You have creators with Kyrie, Coop, and AD, and then Lively down low protecting the rim and finishing lobs. You have D'Lo, Najee Marshall, Max Christie, PJ, and Daniel Gafford off the bench. Even Brandon Williams can play some backup point guard while D'Lo is the starter without Kyrie. This is a deep squad. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button. Leave me a comment down below and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.